Today we're talking about the business value stream and all the specific components, starting from all the way from the beginning and all the way to the end. Now watch this video to the very end if you want to gain maximum value and in order for you to practically implement it in your workplace. Furthermore, if you're a Scrum Master looking to take your abilities and put them into a practical setting, this video is absolutely critical. So the first thing is the business agility competencies that you can see up on the screen, which is applying the SAFe 7 core competencies to achieve business agility. These competencies are very, very important because each and every one of them represents a specific area of focus for the organization. And inside each one of these, we have dimensions which further go into the elements of what's important of that competency. That you have this amazing map to your disposal. And if you're a Scrum Master, or if you're looking to implement agility within your organization, if you have this at this disposal, you know exactly what type of roadmap to go and create a transformation within your organization. What we want to talk about is the business agility value stream. And the first section is sensing the opportunity. And you can see here, when it comes to sensing the opportunity, what we're saying here is that we need to have the right detection tools, the right sensing tools that allows us to foresee and foreshadow what's happening in the marketplace. We do this by doing market research. We might be looking at specific methodologies, trend detection tools, and more importantly, the customer feedback. And it can also be what's happening in the environment. Is there specific government regulation that's happening on the marketplace? And also go and take a look for yourself. Take a Gemba walk, as it says here. Spend time where your customers perform work and return with current and valuable information. And this is all about sensing an opportunity. So if you are a Scrum Master and you detect within your organization that this sensing an opportunity is not happening, well, guess what? You should be implementing the tools and techniques so that you can detect those trends, those signals, elements in the market that your organization needs to inspect and quickly adapt to. The next one is funding the MVP, because when you have detected a future trend, we need to be able to quickly adapt to it. And in order to quickly adapt to it, what we really need to do here is create a minimum viable product that can satisfy the customers or stakeholders' needs at the very minimum. And this allows us to quickly respond to opportunities. How? Because we're not building the entire product, we're building the least amount that's required to fulfill and satisfy the customer's needs. You can see here, it's the second step. What it says here, develop the lean portfolio management competency and use lean budgeting to quickly allocate funds to build a minimum viable product and early version to the solution to use to evaluate the primary business hypothesis. Remember, even at this stage, it's just the hypothesis. You are really just testing the market with this MVP to see, is it going to be a long-term growth opportunity for the business, or is it going to be sunken cost? It's not going to be valuable at the end of the day. The only way for you to truly do that is by developing an MVP. And remember, if you are a Scrum Master and you find that your teams are building large-scale products from the very get-go without doing the hypothesis testing in the marketplace, you have a massive problem on your hands. So you need to coach and guide and support the business in order for them to adapt this mindset so they can allocate the budgeting necessary for these MVPs. And also, how do they go about, what is the process of creating an MVP? This would be done in conjunction of you as a Scrum Master and the business. You are leading that. And the third step, which is organizing around the value. This could be quite a little bit difficult, so let's have a read through this. Organizing around the value to address an opportunity and optimize the value delivery. So what that basically means is that if you have technology, if you have resources, if you have teams that can be reorganized in order to deliver that value, you should actually reorganize around that value. Really what we're saying here is that use those teams, use those existing technology streams that you've got there and rejig them, reorganize them so they go into a nice little funnel and they're directing their energy in one dimension, and that is to deliver that MVP. And it says here, build an MVP with existing teams or large Agile release trains. If you're a Scrum Master, this is critical. What it's saying here is that it's not enough for you to just allocate the budgets, create an MVP. It's not enough. what you actually need to go about doing is restructuring the organization so they can focus that energy, harness that energy in that one dimension and start going down with passion and delivering that product. This is what organizing around a value stream or a value is. And as a Scrum Master, you need to be able to do that. Connecting to the customer. I'm sure you've guessed that. If you're not connected to the customer, how can you create a positive experience? How do you know what is the entire customer journey going to look like? And this is a mindset, this customer centricity. The way you accomplish this, the way you attain this is through design thinking tools and techniques. As a Scrum Master, if you do not have these tools and techniques in your arsenal, what do you have at your disposal? Most importantly, can you really do the job as a Scrum Master? Because modern day organizations require you to create MVPs, to restructure, to connect to the customer, to identify what's upcoming in the marketplace. Your ability to do this differentiates you from the top 1% and the other 99%. This is your differentiating factor. This is your unique selling point, that you're able to connect to the customer, not just the product owner, not just the product manager even, not even just the stakeholders, but you as a Scrum Master has that ability as well. Because you are the key facilitator of all of this. And again, where do you learn all this stuff? Safe Scrum Master certification is where you exactly learn this stuff. Deliver the minimum viable product. And most importantly, you deliver it incrementally and iteratively. Iteratively, that you're able to deliver it in cycles, and incrementally that value is growing over time. Remember here, there could be some experimentation that's happening at the same time, because remember we said that this minimum viable product is just a hypothesis that we're testing with the end user. Does the end user like it or do they hate it? If they like it, what can we change? How can we further entice them? If they don't like it, what can we change to further entice them? So at each and every point, you are continuously improving the product. This is experimentation. In order for experimentation to happen, the Scrum Master needs to create a psychologically safe environment for that to actually occur. Again, if you're a Scrum Master and you just walk into an organization and you're just delivering sprints by sprints, that's the bare minimum. Everyone else can do that. Even the person that's sitting in the organization as a coordinator, as a secretary, as the project manager, as the deputy manager, anyone can do that. So what value are you bringing? Nothing. This is why I'm always saying take the Safe Scrum Master certification, which just becomes crystal clear and you're able to deliver this capabilities that the organization needs. Pivot or persevere, this again is coming back to that MVP. If the MVP is working, meaning that people like the MVP, you can continue developing and continue building upon its features, or it could come a point of no returns, which is you've built enough of the product, there's no more extra benefit that can be done, so you stop building it because you have achieved the outcome. And the other possibility is no likeness from the market, no one's liking the product, so you just stop developing it at the end of the day. So this is if the hypothesis is disproven, the organization accepts the sunken cost and moves on to the other opportunities that they have at their disposal. The MVP outcome is not always a simple yes or no. The experiment may yield vital insights that reveal new alternative solutions. You need to have a safe environment in order for you to reveal that. But if you don't have a safe environment, you will not have that opportunity where that revelation will take place. Who is creating this environment? Who is creating this methodology, this framework, this process that we're just going through right now? The Scrum Master. And if the Scrum Master doesn't have this at his fingertips ready to create those capabilities for the organization, what do they have? Then they have nothing. This is why the Safe Scrum Master course is the only course where you can learn this stuff to a T. And on top of that, the Scaled Agile framework, that is the monster force that's going to help you deliver value to the organization. Remember, Scaled Agile is the only framework right now in the world right now, which is trending globally and actually has this laid out clearly how you want to go about deploying it within your organization. Deliver that value continuously, because if we're not delivering value continuously, the customer might start looking elsewhere. And a successful MVP opens the gates to deliver additional solution features because we're getting that customer feedback. But this really depends on if we have certain elements in the organization set up. In order to deliver value continuously, we might need to have a DevOps pipeline set up. We might also need certain structural elements set up, such as Agile release trains, solution trains, that are able to continuously deliver value. Because if you think about it, some solutions can be massive, and we need those extra structural support in order to deliver that value because of the coordination and all the collaboration that's required. So to deliver value continuously, you as a Scrum Master within the organization needs to know that your roles is to create transparency, create opportunities for collaboration, highlight the visibility into progress of the projects, and what are some of the senior staff can help out to remove those impediments. Why? So you can deliver value continuously. And again, only the Safe Scrum Master course clearly shows you this. So if you gain those skills, think about the advantage you have in the interview. Think about the advantage you have when you step foot in the organization. Imagine the amount of work the teams could be able to deliver, more and more value that you could deliver if you just understood these points. Learn and adapt, which is the last point here, which is really about continuous improvement, which is measuring the organizational competency, product development flow, and business opportunities. This entire thing is, did we sense the opportunity? How quickly did we flow through that entire stream? And did we deliver upon the outcomes? And did we actually achieve that business opportunity? And this is a competency. How fast we can go through this stream. You as a Scrum Master have to have an awareness, critical insights as to what's going on in each and every stage. And your ability to know what's happening in each and every stage is a clear point of differentiation between experienced senior Scrum Master and a Scrum Master who's just taken CSM and PSM. I hope you can see by the end of this video, by now, why I'm always saying Scaled Agile Framework is leaps and bounds ahead of the competition. It is the only certification on the market that will give you this knowledge. And I'll tell you one thing, it took me 10 to 15 years to build flowcharts like this. Flowcharts that they're giving to you in one certification. That is value for money. That is true skills development, true transformation at your fingertips, so you can transition to a Scrum Master job like that. And just to finish off, Lean Agile leadership is the entire thing that you need in order to deliver this value stream of value to the stakeholders and to your customers. And none of this can happen without Lean Agile leadership, the foundation of the Scaled Agile framework and the business agility value stream. And we've got a nice little quote here from Edward Demings. It is not enough that the top management commit themselves for life to quality and productivity. They must know what it is they must do. These obligations cannot be delegated. As a Scrum Master, you are leading this. You are the captain of the boat to make sure that the business value stream works, it's operational, and it's tactically and strategically delivering upon the values the organization needs to set out so the customers are delighted. So that's the end of this section. If you like the video, share the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Also feel free to check out my social media links, leave a comment on my WhatsApp if you want to contact me. And also guys, don't forget, I have a brand new, wonderful Scrum Master Training Academy portal, which is absolutely free. So if you like what you're seeing in this video and you want to get more insights, more in-depth knowledge about the Scrum Master role, how do you go about the interview, how do you do this on a day-to-day basis, how do you go about coaching, how do I ace the interview, whatever that is. Create yourself a free account and you get free lifetime access to those videos, exclusive to my Academy users. So feel free to go and check that out. Link in the description, and I think there's a banner showing it on the screen as well. So guys, that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you for watching.